Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and whatever else is watching. My name is Nick and we are playing once more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. You are watching the continuation as we have finished the prologue and are now in chapter 1. All hell has broken loose as the terror teddy Monokuma has returned and brought fear and despair to our, well, island inhabitants. So let's see who will continue on after this chapter, who will be his first victim and who will be left remaining afterwards. I have to say, I thank you all for watching this video. If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments below, and I hope you enjoy this continuation. Thank you, and let's go, shall we?
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong! Will you be able to break through my argument?
What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to lose against someone like him.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
It's used as a light, contradicts his bottle.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was so if a light was shining in such a dark hallway. Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
It was in dark hallways. Would have stood out. So if the killer did have a light, the reason Kazuichi wasn't able to see it,
the reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was so if a light was shining in such a dark hallway. Wouldn't Kazuichi have... After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Yeah, but I like... Okay, this is a little bit dumb because I can't really go for the correct blade.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway... So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? Allow me to cut through those words! Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot? Huh? What are you talking about? There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out. I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh! You still don't remember your talent, do you? Who cares about that right now?
What?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Okay, Nagito, what are you? You're so inconsistent at this moment. Are you the killer or not? Or damn, how is this thing going to go forward?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you Ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer. Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? Person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark. And snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is Teruteru? You and only you. Is it Teruteru? Because he came from the kitchen, and that's where it was. Where that stove was. He should know that. And there was one skewer missing, wasn't there? And that would fit right through there, and Byakuya was messing with his dishes though.
You're the only one!
And he came from the kitchen.
Could it be you?
What? What are you talking about?
Teruteru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're
He also
cruel.
came from the kitchen.
Cruel. Too cruel.
Teruteru. That attitude is so not like you.
Also, if the fire doors were closed, then Teruteru would have bumped into that, and he didn't even say it. That the fire doors, because there is a small opening to the narrow, and he would have to use his hands, follow the wall in order to find his way towards, towards the dining hall. So how did he come from the kitchen to the dining hall? However, he was in the dining hall before Byakuya died. Therefore, again, I'm wondering how long did the blackout last? Because how did Teruteru know that Byakuya would be under that table? That's a little bit off.
For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Hiyoko. Hiyoko? Really? Gross.
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light. And that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
Yeah, that's because you prevented me from moving those boxes. But if he still had the light, then that would have been a blinding effect on the night vision goggles. Because that is a light source. It is a faint glow that could still be, but shining a flashlight or something, or just a fire in a night vision goggles can be blinding. So if he had that, then Byakuya would call it a... Wait.
If that's the case, then Gundham should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? Again. This is a tricky one. During the search, headed straight out office. No Chiakis, we've used that one. Nekomaru's is also used. Equipment ledge, bloodstain on the table, caps. Night vision goggles? Something. Everything is already used. Caps in the floorboard. Full of cap. Table, knife. Everything but an embarrassing pose actually. Mikan tripped and fell into the dining hall. No way! That? How would you use that as a mark? I think it's impossible. Yeah, I think too. Just weird. Okay, so then I would either say this is a knife. Make Okay, so what would be into various party dishes? However, Akane, Peko were the only ones who ate them. Fido quite. Weapon and pan, plate for barbecue and portable. Kazuichi's account. Autopsy results. I can only guess the knife again?
I can prove it with this!
Again the knife?
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah! By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark!
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teruteru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Well, you're sweating, so that means we're on the right track, but how did you know about Nagito's plan? Because you've been in the kitchen for for longer. Because you needed to prepare the food. Therefore you were there during the afternoon. In the meantime, that Nagito was actually preparing his murder setup. And if Nagito prepared his murder setup, you probably would have noticed it. And therefore you would have tried to come up with a backup, either to kill Nagito, because Nagito was already trying to planning to kill someone else, and therefore you couldn't. I don't know where this is going, but it probably has to do with that Teruteru was also for longer in that building than anyone else. Well, except Nagito then.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teruteru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
That he was in the dining hall.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teruteru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there.
Okay, then who would be... Okay, if he was in the dining hall, so but could he then also again run back? Because he would know how the... Didn't he notice the fire doors were closed? Or the fire doors weren't closed, and Kazuichi? Are you the one? Are you the... No, please don't tell me you're the one? Really? No. Peko maybe? No. I'm getting a little bit confused. Again, has all to do with how long did that blackout last?
Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sword.
Ew, Teruteru, ew. But then again, if he moved along the wall and he's telling the truth, that means the fire doors weren't closed. So... Huh.
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teruteru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teruteru's hope?
What the heck are you, Nagito? One point you're really nice, and the other point you're complete... You look like a psychopath. What? You're playing a game. What are you?
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
That one is it. Gaps in the floorboard, the last one. Here's the hidden within those. I need to find it. Yeah! It's the gaps in the floorboards.
Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
No, it
Nope,
wasn't.
definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Just because we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Huh? Why?
Yeah.
Remember the
Gaps
floor in the dining
floorboard.
hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall.
Yep.
But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teruteru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teruteru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
Yeah!
even saying anymore. I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Wait, what? What happened to your voice? And what happened to your speech? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during that blackout? What the
Where are
heck?
you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major
yeah.
liar! If Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I
he
believe so.
wasn't.
There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teruteru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Teruteru, what happened to your voice? And Nagito, why are you so creepy all of a sudden?
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse! He's definitely lying!
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
Probably can.
Oh, you again.
Okay. Whether or not Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. What question? What question? Oh, please. Please tell me it isn't that.
I can prove it with this.
It is! It
You're
is!
claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back. And you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what?
Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
This is a very important question. Well, Teruteru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Yeah, because he likes that. He likes that pose. He would definitely remember that pose.
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! I showed you something so unsightly.
Oh, we
How
don't shut
about
up.
it? You can't answer, Teruteru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way
Really?
it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one.
Even so, Nagito, say something.
Why?
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give
How?
up?
Teruteru.
That's so mean.
I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
That's so mean. What the heck? Standing by his side and now dumping him like that. Wow. Naito, what are you? That's so mean.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
Now,
murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, yeah?
No use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet. You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
And his accent isn't that bad that it's not really that difficult to understand him.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Monomi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
No, it's one of those steak things.
Wounds. It was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon? Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
Actually,
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent!
we need to focus and think about this. It's in the kitchen list. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 mm and at least 50 cm in length. It's one of those steaks. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. It's one of those... Huh? What's that? Oh god, not another one. Okay. No, it wasn't. Go moving. No, that neither. No. I have no clue, but let's just... Ooh. Iron. Ow. Nope. Iron. Go. Iron. Wait, what happened? Iron skewer. No, 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 no. Why don't I? I was thinking, when would I get another W? No, no. I need an R. There you are. And done. Iron skewer. Oh boy.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teruteru.
I checked the equipment list, and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teruteru! Where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Monomi!